Hi everybody, it's Guru Bob, and I'd like to personally welcome you to the challenge in 2010. We're still in pre-challenge, and this video is going to be discussing our browser recommendation for this year's challenge. We like to recommend a browser every year for two main reasons. The first is that we're always looking for the browser that offers the best speed and performance and features, and that does tend to change from year to year. And secondarily, we use a consistent browser through all our videos, and we ask you to use the same so that you experience the same look and feel of the websites that we do when we record them for you. Our browser recommendation for this year is Google Chrome. Recently, Google Chrome has added extensions, so it operates rather like Firefox does, and it's now a serious contender in the browser space. We like it a lot. Let's head over to the screen, and I'll show you how to install the browser and find some key extensions we'd like you to use this year. Well, here we are at the screen, and I've focused my browser on the Google Chrome homepage. The URL you need to put in is chrome.google.com, and you'll be redirected to this page here. Now, depending on which computer you're browsing to this page on, be it a PC or a Mac, the page will probably figure out what computer on it will offer you up an installation file which is appropriate for your computer. You just click on the download Chrome button and a file will be downloaded to your computer. If it's on your PC, it'll be an exe file. If you're on a Mac, it'll be a DMG file. If you then double click on that file and install the browser. Now, during the installation process, you'll probably be asked if you want to import your bookmarks from a different browser. It'll recognize whether you've got Firefox or Safari on your computer, and certainly I went ahead and imported those bookmarks across, and that seemed to go fairly smoothly. And then once you've got the browser on your machine, you'll be faced with a very clean new browser. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is extend the functionality of the Google Chrome browser using extensions. And this has been the main sort of market leadership positions of Firefox is the extensibility of the browser using little different plugin additions. And that functionality is now available in Google Chrome using what are called extensions. And I'm going to go and recommend a few extensions here and just show you how to install them and so forth. But the first thing I want to do is just go through the extensions that we're going to be recommending. And they are the following 6. The first one is an extension called Chromebird, which is a Twitter extension for Google Chrome. Makes it easy to interface with your Twitter account to make tweets and to monitor activity within your account. The second one is called the Kuba PageRank Checker. It just offers a very simple indication of the page rank of the page that you're viewing in the browser at any given time. And PageRank is a measure of authority as far as Google is concerned, and has an indication of what your ranking authority is going to be in the search engines. Next extension is called SEO Quake. This was available on Firefox, very powerful extension for measuring and reviewing certain SEO characteristics, search engine optimization characteristics of a website. So I recommend that you install that in Google Chrome. Then the ultimate Google Chrome flag. This allows you to determine where the website is hosted, which country the website is being hosted on, and that can have an impact on the ranking potential of that site if you've got a site which is hosted in a different country where the search is taking place. The next one is called Google Global. Again, a Firefox plugin which has only just become available for Google Chrome. It's in a beta state at the moment, but I still recommend installing it. Google Global allows you to quickly change the focus of your Google search as if you were located in a different country. So you might be searching on a particular keyword, and then you can then see what US searchers would see if they had conducted that search from a computer located in the US. And Google Global makes it easy to change between search views from different countries. And last but not least, we're just going to recommend an RSS subscription extension. This one actually is written by Google, interestingly. It's surprising that this functionality isn't built into the browser itself like it is with Safari, but it makes it very easy to to subscribe to an RSS feed from, say, a blog or a website into your Google Reader account, which is something you'll be learning a lot about in the challenge going forward. All right, well, let's take a quick look at how we can install some of these extensions. The first one is Chromed Bird. We go to our sort of extension search page, which is chrome.google.com/extensions. We just type in the name of the extension into the search box here, and then usually the extension will be the first in the list, and that's the case here with Chromed Bird. Click on the link, and that will take us to a place where there's usually an install button. So if I click on install, and a little installation box here will come up where I can either cancel that or continue the installation, which I'm going to do here. And now that extension is installed in my browser. Now, Google Chrome extensions will normally appear in the top right-hand corner of the browser next to the URL address bar. So as you install extensions, that's where they will appear. And you can see that a little message has appeared here to show me to let me know that that's the case. And the little Chrome Bird here. Now, the other thing that you may need to be aware of is that if you click on the window menu at the top of the screen, you'll have an option to view extensions, and it will give you a list of extensions that you've installed in that browser. Now, this functional page allows me to both disable the extension or uninstall it if I no longer wish to use it, and if there are options required to be sort of put in for that extension, then that options link will appear here as well. Now, I'm not going to do this, but in the case of Chromed Bird, you will need to link that extension with your Twitter account. And the first time you click on that extension and try to use it, it will take you through the process of doing that linking. It's fairly straightforward. Okay, the next extension is the Kuba PageRank Checker. So again, we come back to the Chrome extension search box and type that name into the search window, and indeed that particular extension is again the first in the list. Click on the link, brings me to the install page. Click on the install button, I get the little install checkbox again, and now indeed that page is installed. So if I go to a particular page and refresh that page, you can see that the PageRank checker has updated to tell me what the page rank of that page is. The Google search page happens to be a PageRank 10, which is the highest page rank that exists on the internet as far as Google is concerned. I think there are only a handful of sites that actually do have a PageRank 10. The next extension is called SEO Quake. Again, if I search for that in the extension search window, there are a couple of SEO extensions here for Google Chrome. The one I'm recommending here is SEO Quake. Chrome SEO is quite good as well. It offers some slightly different information than SEO Quake, so for those of you that want to go and install both, then that's a possibility, but we certainly highly recommend that you install SEO Quake into your Chrome browser. Now, the SEO Quake extension functionality can be turned on or turned off depending on whether you want to see some of that information. Where you're mostly going to be seeing the SEO Quake information is when you do a search in the browser. You may need to refresh it a couple of times just to activate the extension, and all of these additional icons that appear above the search returns in Google are all SEO characteristics that the extension can find. As you can see, you've got an option to find page rank, number of backlinks to the page, backlinks to the domain, some age information, and so forth. I'm not going to go into that in any detail now. That's something we may cover off later in the challenge, but this extension allows you to find that information. Now, if you don't want to see that information when you do searches, then if you click on the extension icon and click on options, then we can disable the extension so that it doesn't show that information when you do searches. All right, well, the next extension is the Ultimate Chrome flag. Again, it's the only extension that bears that name. Click on install. And in this case, it doesn't offer an extension icon. It actually offers a little icon inside the URL of the browser, and it will tell you where. Effectively, it'll show you a country flag, which shows you where the hosting server is that this web page is installed on. So you can see that this Google page is indeed hosted on a server in the United States, which is what we'd expect, given that Google is a United States company. And in a similar vein, the next extension is called Google Global. As I pointed out in my introduction, Google Global is a service we're familiar with over in Firefox. It's only very recently been ported across to Google Chrome, so it may still be in a beta state, but it seems to be working fine for me, and it is a very useful extension. So I do highly recommend that you install it. Once we've been through the installation process, it may be a little bit non-intuitive how this actually works. The way this works is you go to a search page, and let's say we're searching for vintage electric guitar, which is a keyword that we happen to have the #1 ranking website for, which is the vintageelectricguitarblog.com. It's a site that we developed in the 2007 30-day challenge. Now, having done that search, I can click on the Google Global icon, and I can select a country where I want to display the search results from. So let's say I wanted to see what the search returns were if I was searching on this phrase from a computer located in the UK. If I click on the UK icon, then it delivers to me the UK search returns for that keyword. And you can see we still happen to hold the #1 ranking position for that keyword in the UK. All right, well, the last extension we're going to be recommending is an RSS subscription extension. And the one that we highly recommend is the one that has the by Google in parentheses after the name. So I'm not quite sure why Google didn't include this into the core functionality of the browser, because it's an extremely useful thing that you're going to be doing quite a lot as you find websites within your niche, and you want to follow those websites by subscribing to their RSS feeds. Having installed that extension, again, you will what will happen is when you go to a website that has an RSS feed associated with it, so let's go to the say the challenge blog, which I know has an RSS feed associated with it. Once that website is resolved in the browser, you can see that an RSS icon appears in the URL bar, telling me that there's an RSS feed associated with this site. I can now click on that icon. If there are multiple feeds, I can select the feed. In this case, I would generally go for the top feed here, the RSS feed. And then this extension allows me to, it asks me if I want to subscribe to that feed using various different RSS newsreaders. The one we'll be recommending in the challenge is called Google Reader. So I can select Google Reader and select the button subscribe now, and you will now be subscribed to the content that appears on that blog in your newsreader. All right, well, that's Google Chrome. It's a very fast, modern browser. It supports all of the technologies, audio and media technologies that we'll be using in the challenge. and it's extremely fast. And with the extension capabilities now, it really sort of can compete on even terms with Firefox, which has in the past been one of our recommended browsers. Firefox has gotten quite slow these days, and we think that Google Chrome is a more efficient browser. I'll talk to you again later in the challenge.